It's day 41, and I really didn't want to film this video because I just got home from a full 8-hour day, but 3-hour commute within my day. And the moment I pulled into the driveway and hit park, I said, I am ready to lay down. And it's not even late, but because I've had such a full day, I just want to come home, eat my sandwich, decompress, and put on a good show and just lay down. But I can't do that because I made a commitment to myself and I made a commitment to y'all to show up on here every single day for 100 days straight. And today is day 43. And I couldn't break that as much as I wanted to. And this is the separating part when you have these moments where you're exhausted, you don't have the energy, the day has maybe gone all kinds of ways. You've held energy and space for other people, and now you're trying to find energy and space for yourself. But you made a commitment to something, and you still are required within your own personal integrity to keep that commitment that you made. So because I said I am quite literally showing up on here for 100 days straight minimum, here I am recording this video with energy not terribly low, but it's just like my brain has done a lot of thinking and talking today and focusing and concentrating on the road and making sure deer don't swing out in front of me and driving around aggressive people into a very big city. And so my brain power has already been like reached capacity most likely. But this is the thing, right? When you are committed to shifting your reality, when you are committed to doing something different, it requires you to show up every single day, even when you don't feel like it. And if we based everything we did off of our feelings, we honestly wouldn't get very far. There's something about still doing the thing anyways when motivation is like fleeting, but the discipline and commitment remains. That's being true to yourself. And I can't tell you how many times I have tried this content thing. I've tried to show up here. I started this channel. I just hit 1 year on my channel. I started it a year ago and I did it for 3 months and then I stopped because I thought I had to have the perfect lighting. I ordered it. I thought I had to have the perfect camera. I ordered that and then do all this fun editing that I see all these other people do. And I'm not even a techie girl. So I thought I had to have the music. I got the music subscription. I started editing this thing. And then I stopped because it took the fun out of it for me. I tried to make myself believe the editing was fun, but it wasn't. That's not my strong suit. My strong suit is talking. It's communicating. It's sharing a thought. It's sharing wisdom. It's sharing a different perspective or a different way to think about something. And so it started taking away the fun and the joy of why I really wanted this channel in the first place. I wanted this channel for the woman that's similar to me or the person that's similar to me going through life, restarting, rebuilding, life after trauma, life after cancer. I wanted this channel for someone that's choosing themselves, that's needing to heal. Like that is exactly what this space is for. That's creating the life that they want because what I was needing, I couldn't really find it. I either found the girls that were like super clean aesthetic, high level glow up that didn't feel like where I was at the start of this journey. Or I just found the girls that were like not talking like how I talk or thinking like how I think. It was some levels kind of below, but not exactly where I had done the work upwards to. And it was like this weird middle of like, I'm not really finding many people that I'm drawn to, or this makes me feel cringe because it's too productive heavy. Like, and I had productivity PTSD from the era of 2019, 2020. If you hired a business coach, you know exactly what I'm talking about because that whole wave of business coaches during COVID was something different. And so anyways, all that to say, like, besides that PTSD, I just couldn't find who was resonating with me. So when that started to take away the fun of me having this channel and the feeling that I had to show up perfect, like I'm on Instagram or something, because Instagram has turned into a magazine, I couldn't do it. But since I've been back and got inspired, I have been committed. And I want the separation. I love doing the work and going the road that separates me from the majority. And this is the thing I want you to really feel encouraged about. Like, when you're trying to fill the gap between who you want to be and actually becoming that person, it requires you to step out of your norm. It requires the commitment that you've mentally had in your head. It requires the journaling that you've done on your paper about the ideal life that you want and the way you want your days to feel and how you want to wake up with slow mornings and you want to have your beautiful luxury silk robe and ease into your day and not have an overly booked schedule, but a schedule that feels balanced, and the way you want to serve your community or your coaching team members or team or whatever. Like, the person that you actually want to become, these moments build that person. These moments build that person. When you are out there still getting to it, even when you don't feel like it, even when you don't want to, when you say yes, commit to your yes. Be in integrity with yourself. You should see yourself to that value and that level that your worth is bond. Like, and many of you don't stick to what you say you want to do because you don't trust yourself and you're not confident in your word and you don't see the quality of your word, or you don't think that you're qualified. I feel like there's a different word that I wanted to say there. It's almost like you don't think that you I guess are capable. I can't find the right word, but the person that you are now and who you want to be requires different. And she deserves that. She deserves that commitment. She deserves you showing up. She deserves you sticking with it. So this is why I'm here today, because I said I was doing this and I'm sticking with it. And I know this video is probably not what you expected it to be, but I said, you know what, let me communicate what it means to show up even in the moment that you don't want to, even in the moment that you could really just call it a night. I lit my candle. I mean, I got my puppy right here. Y'all see these pile of clothes that need to get taken care of. They'll get taken care of tomorrow. But when I tell you, I literally could just came home and like relaxed. Excuse me. Yeah. That's where I'm at. But the decision isn't made when you feel motivated. It's made when you don't. That's a quote that I read and I really liked it. Excuse me. And it kind of elaborates. You're not showing up because you feel like it. You're showing up because you decided. And I had to see that, because I've restarted and started and restarted and started and planned so many times to try to do 30 days consistently online. Oh my God. I would have been planning to get a new computer in a minute. I tried to do 30 days consistently online back in the day. I've tried to do so many things. I purchased so many challenges and strategies, and they loved creating those content calendars and stuff like that. And it's like, none of that stuff even matters at this point because I'm not doing it and I'm not sticking to it. What is the root cause of me not becoming who I want to be? What is the root cause of me feeling like that's a hurdle that I can't climb? Like, what exactly is it? And I realized for me, this is why it's important to start learning yourself and spending time with yourself. Because I realized for me, I can do the mental Olympics like nobody's business, because I come from a past strength maybe and struggle of perfecting the box. I color very well inside the lines. You tell me what I need to do, I can do it, and I will get it done well. Well, I want to be a leaper. I don't want to color inside the lines anymore. I've spent years coloring inside the lines really well, and those are typically the people that also excel in like school and degrees and, I mean, honestly, pretty much anything that they put their mind to. And then you got the leapers, is what I call them. The people that I've admired that flow more freely, that can just take the jump and just do it. And they're so confident and they're so positive in themselves, and they don't have a plan, but they make the plan along the way. I'm the one that needs the plan. I need the plan first and then I take action. But guess what? Since my 43 days on YouTube, I have not had a plan every single day. There are some days I've come on here and I honestly did not have a video topic until I decided to sit down 5 minutes before the video. like right now. I had no idea what I was going to talk about, but when I leaned into how I was feeling and how it aligns with probably where you're trying to go on your journey, I said, okay, this is the video. This is what we got. So still choosing to show up even when you don't want to. And this is also how you stop abandoning yourself. If you've been a person like me that has spent 18 years of self-abandoning, where you are choosing other people's needs and desires before your own, you are in the people pleasing, trying to be, honestly, sometimes quote unquote, the good girl. It sucks. That's just not, it's not beneficial and it's not ideal. And it takes some work to unwork yourself out of that habit or behavior if it's been so familiar to you. But because I'm no longer a woman that's abandoning herself, I choose myself first and foremost, and I'm a priority for myself now. I used to put everybody else above me, thinking that was the good thing to do. It was the nice thing to do. It was the kind thing to do. It was the Christian thing to do. That's a whole nother video. I used to put everybody before me and would just be running on fumes. And no, because if I'm running on fumes and I'm burnt out, everybody can't come carry the burnout. Everybody can't come carry the emotions. Everybody can't carry the tears. They can't carry the heaviness. They can't carry the fog. They can't carry the depression. They can't carry the still responsibilities that are very present because we're adults and we still got to show up and live a life. Everybody can't carry that. So guess what? I can't carry everybody. That's just it. And this is going to sound selfish because I felt guilty about sounding like this for such a long time. But I had to realize, I am naturally, by nature, a mindful woman that seeks, maybe seek isn't the right word, but I'm mindful in a way where I do make sure I'm supporting certain needs, right? The needs of my parents or my mom and my dad within boundary limits. If my mom, needs something and I'm like, oh, I'm actually not headed out today, or I can't do it right now, but I can do it later on the way back from the gym. That's within boundaries for me. And I don't mind helping, but if I truly don't have the capacity to do something, I will communicate I just don't have the capacity. And that allows me to, in certain instances, still just feel at peace with myself because I'm not just abandoning myself. So I want you to know consistency isn't about never being tired. It's about keeping your word to yourself, even when you are. And that's the commitment that we're making to ourselves this year because we value ourselves. We're worth the yes. We're worth the commitment. We're worth the action. We're worth the outcome. We're worth all of it. We'll start something and 7 days later, all right, it's not working because we're not seeing the results. Guess what? You actually do see the results if you shift your perspective. You just may not see the tangible numbers where you want them to be, where you think they should be. But guess what? If you started this YouTube channel and you got 10 views, that's almost like you set up a mic today and talked to an audience of 10 people, which I bet you don't do on a normal basis. If you got 250 views, 300 views, that's like you literally setting up a mic in a room and talking to a conference full of 300 people, which I bet you don't do on a normal basis. We cannot count out the wins because every tier is a win. Every additional view, every additional subscriber, those are wins. You just got to want it bad enough because you got to know that you're worth it, to want it, to take action and make it happen, even when you don't feel like it. So every time you choose to show up for yourself when you don't feel like it, you're building evidence that you can trust yourself. When did you stop trusting yourself? When did you stop doubting your abilities? Who told you you couldn't do that? Who told you you couldn't accomplish that thing? Who told you you were bad at it? Or did you tell yourself? Did you talk yourself out of it? Did you let your thoughts get so crowded up here that you no longer took active participation in your life, in your well-being? Why did you let that happen? These are all legitimate questions that you have to ask and start to be mindful of when you're coming back to yourself, reconnecting with yourself, with your why, when you're starting to take intentional action. These are all the questions that I have had to sit with over a period of time to help me understand myself. And when I understand myself, I can operate from a place of then giving myself permission and trusting myself. We've got to learn to trust ourselves again and know that we're worth our yes. That's quite literally it. So, all right, y'all, here I am. Day 43. I feel like every time I got to go back on YouTube and like count. Okay, 4, 8, 12. Day 43. It's not perfect, but it's present, and that's the practice. So if you're new here, I'm Renee. I create conversations that help you come home to yourself, choose yourself, heal, and create the life that you desire. I would love to have you a part of the fam. So subscribe, like, share this with a friend if anything like hit home. Tell me in the comments if anything hit home. And until the next video, I hope y'all have a good night. Take care. Peace out.